Thank you, Brewer. Today, I stand here today humbly in front of my Ngandipulu. I acknowledge my Ngandipulu, the Gumach clan, for their leadership and whose land we are on today. As Brewer mentioned, I am a Japu woman. I come from a Japu bloodline. I also come from the Mununggurr bloodline. My father, Dungala Mununggurr, one of the original signatories, is the grandson of Mununggurr himself. I have been asked here today to talk about bipartisanship. What does it mean? What does bipartisanship mean to the Yolngu and to all of us? A question that I will try and answer today. But for many years, Yolngu have seen continued lack of constituency towards Indigenous affairs and policies made by Australian major political parties. And this lack of consistency is still having dire long-term consequences for Yolngu people, Aboriginal people across this nation of ours. A collective political approach to Indigenous issues is still no better, from my point of view. Competing philosophies, ideologies going on with both governments, having been the driving factors in policy design, causing emphasis of Indigenous issues initiatives to escalate radically depending on the beliefs of governments. So, bipartisanship is the overall neglect of Yolngu people, Aboriginal people, of all sides of politics, I must say that. And there's plenty of evidence that Yolngu issues has become a political game towards government. And as a result, we don't have the results we would expect, given the amount of money, the amount of rupiah time that's been spent towards the attention of Aboriginal issues. What we have experienced is policy making that is often rushed or a reaction to a problem. These rushed policies making them causes more problems, and many aspects of the territory intervention showed this. And for many people, the intervention was just another confusing government intervention imposed on us, rushed and not fully thought. But now, and leading to the future, we need a longer-term consultative bipartisanship in order to close the gap that still exists in our point of view. That's how I see bipartisanship. And many of the people here, I hope that would agree with me. Bipartisanship is about working together, not only for governments. Yolngu should do that as well. Yolngu people coming together, organizations should do this as well. Coming together, connecting with each other, building relationships, building partnerships. We must all put aside our differences, whatever differences we have, whether we're Yolngu or Ngabagi, whether you come from a different clan group, it doesn't really matter to me. I know it's hard, it's a big ask, but we have to do it. That's the only way, if we were ever to set our place within the nation and its economy to right. Working together is the answer. What is it we see in a shared bipartisan future? Shared values. We should use them to replace cynicism with hope and determination to build a better future for all of us, to build a better future for Yolngu, Ngabagi, and everybody else living within this nation. There should be shared responsibility agreements between Yolngu, Aboriginal people and governments, or even Yolngu to Yolngu. Mutual respect, understanding. This takes time and determination. Many people have a day-to-day struggle just to survive. The social issues that are built over many years are not easily fixed, and we need time and consistent hard work if they are ever to be addressed. This includes working towards quality primary education, primary and secondary education. Education is the #1 priority for all of us, no matter where you live. It is the highest importance, and let us not underestimate the problems or the difficulties for schools, parents, and children. Challenge faced today is to make going to school normal. I went to school normal. Every day I had to get up to school in a normal way. I didn't have to be like a Ngabagi. To get kids to school every day and working together. That is the Yambirpa school motto, working together, Yakagana. And for many families, the best environment for education is homelands. I now go on to education for homelands. And I'm personally proud of the work at Kartalla, another one of my Ngadi homeland, Kartalla, and a number of other schools as well, like Yilpra School, Mirangaja School, Wandawi Dalinbui, Kangan, and now Kunyangara. They have established people in their own communities, they have established their own schools. This tells us something very important. People within our communities are very committed to help kids have a good education. This tells us people putting energy and commitment into schools that are controlled by Yolngu people. This is not to say that bigger schools are not good places or that kids shouldn't go away to places like Darwin or anywhere else. Children have that option, and families have that option. They have that option to send their kids away to another school. My point is that if family chooses to educate them in homeland, we must work with that family to ensure that those kids, the Jamarkuli, have a good education, a safe place to learn, and good teachers as well. And that's why I asked the government to invest where Yolngu people are committing themselves when it comes to education and invest in their communities. At the same time, let's rethink Ngelamuriro, what we are teaching in schools, the challenge of how to teach a young youth, young child, so they can live and thrive in both the Yolngu world and the Ngabagi world. It is a challenge for all of us. I am pleased to know that there will be a forum about education tomorrow, which will be hosted by Wale Mununggurr. That's tomorrow. So let us all find the answers and the approach of bipartisanship. It helps no one for government to be arguing about how to teach or not to teach Yolngu children. The important, this is actual teaching, and to do what we need, sustain government investment in our education and the empowerment of our family leaders. I hope that I have said all I have about bipartisanship. It is a big thing, but from where I stand today, I know that we can all do it by working together. That's the only way if we want to be able to achieve what it is, that goal that we're trying to achieve. That's all of us. Yolngu, Ngabagi, government, and everybody else. When it comes to the lives of the Yolngu people, of the Aboriginal people, we have to come together, reconcile, unify. Then we will reach that goal. Thank you.